What's going on, you guys? AJ Tucker here with AJ Self Defense, and today, again, I want to talk about sextortion. The topic came up again. There's actually a new law that's been put in place called Braden's law. So first, let me back up and tell you what sextortion is. It's mostly happening to teenage boys on sports teams. This is where it could be a man or a woman. They will hit up a young teenage boy on Instagram or some type of social media platform, and they will act like an appropriately aged girl. So they will act like they're a 15-year-old girl or a 16-year-old girl. They'll start to chat the boy up, and then they will convince him to send nude pictures of himself. Once that kid does that, then they will turn around and extort that young boy. They might ask for money, they might ask for sexual favors, and then they will threaten that if he doesn't send anything, that they will be exposed. And when it comes to this age group, man, when you say something like you'll expose somebody, it's a big deal. And so I've been thinking about like why they mostly mess with little boys or young men that are on sports team. One of the reasons why is whenever they hit these young men up, they will also hit up their friends and coaches. So they will become friends with their friends, they will follow their coaches, and they will have everything set up in place when it's time to extort the young man and say, hey, if you don't give me what I want, I'm going to send this to your entire football team. I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to expose you. And a young man named Braden, he ended up taking his life in 2021. I talked about this whenever it happened, and it's not something that's been mainstream, but New York Times just made an article on it, and it's starting to become, people are knowing about it more. And it's happening to it happens to everybody, right? But it's happening to a lot of young men on sports teams. So if you find yourself in this situation, let's say somebody is trying to sextort you. Let's say you sent the nude photos, and they're coming after you. Hey, you are not alone. There are laws in place. Quickly go to your parents. Quickly go up the chain of command. Go to the FBI because they are very strict, and then there's new laws coming out. So I don't have all the details about Braden's law, but a couple of things is, let's say a young man is deceased or he takes his own life because of the situation. The parents can get access to all of his social media, all his phone stuff within 30 days. So the problem with Braden is it took the parents over 10 months. They didn't give them access until over 10 months after it happened, and they missed out on a lot of opportunities to catch the bad guy, and he was able to do that to more boys. So you have within 30 days you can get that information just in case he's doing that to somebody else, so we can start catching these guys, man. So just keep this in mind. I know it's the end of the school year. There's young men going off to college, there's young men on sports scholarships, and they're on social media and they get more attention. Girls are coming after them. But then also there's these predators out there that's doing this particular type of attack. It's called sextortion. Look it up. It's extortion with the S in front of it. And for the last 5 years, there's been an uptick on young teenage men. That's all I got for this one, man.